I want us to move to another scandal now. I'll call it a scandal because that's what is being described as by some people, even within the party. The issue around the house that you declared in Parliament and the house that you've been renting. Can you just explain to us what it really involves?
Yeah, there's nothing complicated about it. One of the things that we did is we have a family trust like any other individual does. That trust is intent on buying shares in a company. That company then bought the house. Mr. Vessel Jacobs raised the loan for the house. The agreement naturally was that we would pay rent towards the house. And so naturally we went ahead and did that. And the company owns the house. Mr. Jacobs has the bond on it. And in our view, we have done nothing illegal, criminal, or in fact, interfered with any laws of this country.
And Mr. Vessels is your business partner.
He's a trustee and a friend onto my family trust.
How much rent are you paying for that property?
We are paying, we'd initially agreed to pay about 16,000 rands, which pertain to leases and rentals. And we have been paying that, we paid that in advance in terms of what the company is doing.
Some people have asked the question of the parliamentary village, which is where any member of parliament could stay. What made you move or decide to move into this property and not stay at the parliamentary village as a member of parliament?
Firstly, it's not abnormal. You can, if you did a survey of members of parliament, not all of them stay in the parliamentary villages. So there's nothing abnormal about that. Secondly, we'd received a number of threats as a family, and I'd consulted with the police, and I'd provided you with the correspondence between us and the police at that time when we were dealing with the police, the regional police base, to do a threat assessment on our lives. We'd received a number of threats and did an investigation to such. And we couldn't trust the police services that we're dealing with Acacia Park. Didn't feel safe there. And more than anything, I have two little children and a wife. And so we'd come home to messages that were written on the windows of our home. We'd come home to my kids not feeling safe in that environment. And therefore, ultimately, it became such that we felt not only for our security, but for the way, for our own family and how our family needed to work to protect my own kids, I felt that it was important to move and find them a place where they could live, that was away from the public. I felt that at the time, we didn't want to put our address in public. We didn't want to have the situation where people could just walk in and out of our house, which is common standard at Acacia Park, because ultimately then the state is involved with all of it. And so we felt we needed to privatize our own accommodation. It's, as I say, more adamantly, that there are other people, any other citizen, any other MP has been doing that and has the option to do so.
Are you able to share some of the messages for us? Like, what were you getting? Threatening messages? What was it
We've
that was
had a
written?
number of people that had kept a mark on us. We had a number of incidents where before we'd been followed with vehicles when we were campaigning. And more than anything, I came home to a message on the window on my house that said off DA. So this is the kind of level of intimidation that we're living under.